Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our major stories tonight. Nigerian military pledges continuous support for President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. Dust finally settles as Senate confirms nomination of Justice Walter Onnoghen as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Federal High Court in Abuja dismisses 6 of 11 counts charge against self-acclaimed IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. And double suicide attacks kill at least 16 people, injure several others in Kabul, the Afghan capital. The Taliban claims responsibility. For more top stories and others, please visit our websites channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Now to some of the photos that you sent into our Eyewitness portal. We begin with this one. It's from 2nd Avenue, Prince and Princess Estate area of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Eyewitness reporters warning traders to exercise caution while transporting themselves and their goods. From my Adwa local government area of Katsina in Katsina State comes this picture. Eyewitness reporter says these ambulances belonging to the National Boundary Commission have been abandoned since they were newly acquired. He's calling on citizens to protect public property at all times. Eyewitness reporter says this is the current state of the Kebbi-Sokoto highway. He's asking the government to repair this portion of the road. Finally, this picture from Lekki Gardens Estate Phase 4 in Lagos State. Eyewitness reporter says the residents are protesting what they call poor services and ridiculous service charges. He's appealing to the authorities to look into this. Thanks for sending in those pictures, and please keep them coming. The Nigeria Police has reaffirmed its resolve to halt what it termed the illegal activities of all prescribed security and quasi-security outfits in the country. The Force Public Relations Officer Jimo Moshood said this while addressing a news conference in Abuja, where the National Commandant of the Peace Corps of Nigeria, Mr. Dixon Akko, and 49 others were paraded. Mr. Akko and 49 other officers of the Corps were arrested by the police at about 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday after raiding the Corps headquarters in Abuja.
The Peace Corps of Nigeria has unlawfully turned itself into a security outfit without authorization and establishment by the federal government of Nigeria. As such, have deviated from the purposes for which they were registered as a non-governmental organization.
It's time to hand you over to my colleague Linda Akigbe in Abuja, who has more on the news at 10. Hi, Linda.
Hello, Amarachi. The House of Representatives has announced plans to launch an investigation into a series of alleged breaches of the Public Procurement Act at the Federal Ministry of Finance. The lawmakers say the investigation will get to the root of how fiscal monitors allegedly facilitated the diversion of billions of dollars from the nation's treasury in recent years. The federal government's social intervention scheme, targeted at reducing poverty and creating wealth, is currently underfunded. And that's according to the Special Assistant to the President on Social Protection, who is appealing for more funds. Mrs. Miriam Way says only 7.5 billion out of 500 billion earmarked for the scheme was disbursed last year. She made the remarks at a meeting to explain the Social Security program to members of a civil society organization in Abuja. Meanwhile, a representative of a civil society organization at the meeting decried the government's approach to addressing the nation's economic challenges. The Federal Executive Council today approved 701 billion naira payment assurance for power generating companies in the country to enhance evacuation of power by the Transmission Company of Nigeria to the various power distribution companies in the country without wastage. The fund is kept by the Central Bank of Nigeria, and according to the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, the approval was given at the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by Acting President Professor Yemi Osinbajo. In the meantime, the Agriculture Minister, Chief Audu says 263 million naira, also approved by the Council, will strengthen the capacity of Nigeria in gum Arabic seedlings production.
The liquidity problems that have characterized the market have affected MBED's ability to deliver on its PPA obligations to the GENCOs. So going forward, in order to strengthen MBED, CBN is providing a payment assurance guarantee for energy produced by any GENCO, so that the GENCOs can pay their gas suppliers when they get paid, so that the hydros can continue to operate. What we see to achieve here is to bring some stability to the production side of the power value chain, and also give confidence to investors who want to come in, who are concerned about how to recover their money. They see now a payment assurance, and also people who are planning to invest in the gas sector, which is being championed by the Ministry of Petroleum, also are seeing the same thing in terms of payment for gas produced. So the approval of Council was to provide this guarantee for MBED, which is a 100% government-owned company, to pay on a monthly basis its obligations for energy actually produced.
Nigeria is the second largest producer of gum Arabic in the world, next to Sudan. The civil war in the Sudan has compromised their position. And now we are intensifying production here, especially in states like Yobe and Borno, which have been devastated by war. These seedlings will be produced at a cost of about 263 million naira, but by our own institutes in Benin to provide seedlings for the farmers.
Now to politics. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Akwa Ibom State has reaffirmed its support for the Ahmed Makarfi-led caretaker committee of the party. The declaration formed part of resolutions of the enlarged state caucus of the party held at the banquet hall of the Government House, Uyo. Governor Udom Emmanuel told the party caucus in the state that the ongoing leadership tussle in the PDP is a passing phase.
The internal crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party is generating more attention by the day, and this is why these party men are gathered here. They include present political office holders, National Assembly members from the state, and the state PDP leadership. The party men are discussing the way forward for the party at state and national levels, with efforts to put their house in order. After deliberations, the state chapter of the party throws its weight behind the Ahmed Makarfi-led caretaker committee of the party.
Declare total support for Makarfi-led National Caretaker Committee. We also resolve that PDP remains united and resolute.
PDP is solidly behind His Excellency, Senator Ahmed Makarfi-led caretaker committee, which was set up by the highest organ of the party, the National Convention in Port Harcourt, on Saturday, May 2016.
At the end of the meeting, party supporters are left with the assurance that sooner than later, the People's Democratic Party will come out of its challenges even stronger than ever.
And that's all from Abuja. Back to you, Amarachi.
Thanks a lot, Linda. Our community report tonight focuses on the perennial water scarcity that appears to have held the people of Rukuba community in Jos North local government hostage. Though the water corporation supplies them water intermittently, Obsolete water pipes and vandalized tanks have also become major impediments.
Etisala, now you're talking.
This is Rukuba Road in Jos North local government area of Plateau State. The search for water here is a major part of the daily activities of residents who have had to devise various means of meeting their demands. These include engaging vendors and fetching water from boreholes. These options, however, getting thin with the advent of the dry season. Eje Charles is one of the many residents of Rukuba who daily struggle to meet their water needs. He speaks on the irregularities with water supply to the area.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Although sometimes they bring water, like from the water board. There's water, is available, but the problem is that the pipes are not fixed. So you find out water is just rushing on the ground like that. So even for people to get the water, they have to get probably their cups to fill their buckets.
While the water board attempts to bring succor their way, these residents say it's not sufficient.
They supplied water in the last 3 weeks in this form. We don't get it in most of the houses, and then the water don't travel beyond this point. This is Rukuba Road.
Within 1 hour, you will not see the water again till the next 3 months, and that is how people suffer. In this area, you will not find borehole anywhere. The only place you find borehole is inside Rukuba Road.
Getting boreholes appears to be the easiest way out of this scenario. This too is quite expensive as a result of the terrain.
Because of the location of this area, we had to go as far, the depth had to go as deep as 125 meters.
While the government seeks solution to this perennial challenge, working on the replacement of some of the broken pipes, the State Commissioner for Water Resources and Energy also blamed the problem on vandalism.
In the years that there was no water supply to that area, some hooligans had gone ahead to vandalize, to balkanize, to go and cut out of the pipes, cut the pipes, even cut the tank, the water storage tank, because it's metal. Cut large sheets out of them. I don't know what they use them for. Someone told me that they use them to make holes. And I'm saying, you take a water facility to go and use to make a hole.
Provision of basic infrastructure is one hallmark of a people's government, with water being at the core of it all. Whatever is therefore required to get the Rukuba community and its environs this basic necessity must be treated as a matter of urgent public importance.
Etisala, now you're talking.
When the News at 10 returns, Nigeria's Debt Management Office prepares to launch its first savings bond on March 13th. More coming up in business news. Please join us again.